a couple different folks. Universities. These are part of the UCM partners. I'm Deronda Mobellini, the Executive Director of the University Center of the Mountains. We're the higher education center located on the Highway 15 campus of Hazard Community and Technical College, and we help with transfer. So any of you high school students who are thinking about ultimately coming to the community college first and using it as your stepping stone to a bachelor's degree, it's affordable, it's accessible. Certainly in the state of Kentucky, it's still one of the best deals in town in terms of making that progress forward with your education. So we encourage you to come and check out what Hazard has to offer, but come and see us in the UCM so I can connect you to some of my different four-year partners so you can look at bachelor's degree opportunities as well as graduate degree opportunities. We have featured programs through our partners, but our partners offer many programs beyond those that we feature for you to explore. And that's what we're there for, to help you explore, make connections, provide advising, access classes, shop around, and see what career pathways will work for you. Today, we're focusing on unmanned systems technology, a very cool, cutting-edge field area. I'm not the expert. I'm going to turn this conversation over to a couple other folks who can tell you a little bit more about it. Just to give you a real quick overview, on your screen, you'll see Mr. Bart Massey. He is the program coordinator for Unmanned Systems Technology. It's an Associate in Applied Science degree at Hazard Community and Technical College. Then you also see Ms. Regina Watts at Fort Campbell, Kentucky, but she is a part of the Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University, which is one of our newest UCM partners, and she's part of the worldwide university. So this is one of our colleges or partners who has been doing online instruction for a couple of decades now. They are the experts at doing that, and they'll tell you a little bit more about that. And then also joining us is Mr. Ron Garriga. And I'm going to turn it over to these folks and let them just very briefly tell you a little bit more about themselves. So this time we will go ladies first and pop over to Ms. Watkins and then up to Bart, Mr. Massey, and then over to Ron Garriga. Regina.
Hi, I'm Regina Watkins. I'm the campus director at Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University, Fort Campbell campus. This is my 18th year with the university, and I'm so excited to be part of this partnership with Hazard Community and Technical College.
My name is Bart Massey. I'm with the Unmanned Systems Technology program, the program coordinator at Hazard Community and Technical College, and also work with USA Droneport. And I'm exceptionally excited about working with Embry-Riddle and the University Center of the Mountains and bringing some wonderful education opportunities to our fine folks here where we live.
Thank you. My name is Ron Garriga, and I serve as the Associate Executive Director of U.S. Campus Operations, and I oversee the Fort Campbell, Kentucky campus, which will be who you will be advised for if you're interested in this program, with being a transfer student between HCTC and Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University. I've been working with this group for some time now for this partnership, and we cannot wait for you to get started. And starting at HCTC and ending your degree at Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University.
Thank you, Ron. All right, let me pop back to Hazard Community and Technical College, and this again question is going to go to Embry-Riddle and HCTC, but we'll start with HCTC in terms of chronological order. As you go through your education, you would start at the community college to get an associate in applied science or an associate in science degree if you decide to transfer and track on to Embry-Riddle. So Bart, just very quickly, tell our students, our high school students, what they can do with an associate in applied science and unmanned systems technology. What are the jobs? What are the careers out there for them?
All right. Well, there's a vast amount. Really, if you think of any type of career at all, whether it be in medicine, whether it be in engineering, it can be in surveying, it could be in the military, it could be in photography and videography, real estate. I mean, I keep going down a list of potential jobs that are available in this field, and that's growing every day. Really, it grows to the point of where your imagination stops. So if you have an interest in drones, then right now we have 4 associate degrees, and we also have 6 certificates. And these are the ones that are being used primarily in this area and around the United States, but they can be expanded on greatly through our partnership with Embry-Riddle University, because they have a lot of opportunities for the bachelor's degree, and also have such a wide background in it. So we provide an online degree where you can do all of this from your home, whether you live in Nebraska or you live in Hazard, Kentucky. So we want to invite you to reach out. We can send a brochure and give you a lot more information about what we're doing. But Rhonda, that's kind of the basics.
It's a good start. We'll pop it over to Regina Watkins.
Hi. First, I want to ask a little bit about if anyone knows about Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University. This may be a best kept secret for those that aren't familiar with aviation, but the university was established in 1926, and we are regionally accredited. And we also have additional industry accreditations. We work closely with the FAA, but we're basically 3 campuses. So you may have heard of the Daytona Beach resident Prescott, Arizona campus. However, there's something called the Worldwide Campus, and that's 130 locations. So we are actually at Fort Campbell, the largest of those 130 locations across the world. So similar to KCTCS system, there's Hazard, there's Hopkinsville, there's Somerset, there's Elizabethtown. We've got the same type of thing with Embry-Riddle, where we are literally across the world. Actually, Hopkinsville Community College is in the office right next to us in the Education Center at Fort Campbell, Kentucky. So we work a lot with Army pilots, mechanics, air traffic controllers, unmanned systems personnel. As a matter of fact, one of our students who is a helicopter pilot teaches in our unmanned systems program. He is a farmer. He was named Tennessee Farmer of the Year. He uses his drones to check on his cows to make sure they're okay, make sure they've got water. He also does some real estate photography. So he would be one of your instructors in the program. So as Bart said, drones are used throughout numerous fields: agriculture, everything from crop dusting, farming, checking crops, checking on livestock, photography, real estate, insurance companies. If you think about the liability of someone crawling on your roof to see if you've got a leak, for an insurance company, instead of climbing on that roof for the claims, they can send that drone up there and look at the damage. So they can take pictures and send that in. We've got drones that go in crawl spaces, FEMA, hurricanes, tornadoes, snowstorms. You can check on the roadways, police departments, deliveries. And the one good thing about that too is Embry-Riddle already has partnerships with FedEx, UPS, Northrop Grumman, Boeing, Lockheed, Microsoft, Amazon, Google. Many of those organizations also have tuition assistance. So if you do your associate degree with Hazard and then you come to Embry-Riddle, you may be employed with someone who actually helps pay for your education. We have devised an articulation agreement or partnership, whereas you can transfer a minimum of probably 51 hours out of 120 hours to a degree program. And then there's a potential for another 24 hours for a total of 75 semester hours. Now, a bachelor's degree is only 120 hours. You can get the majority of that done right with Hazard and transfer over to us. And you could potentially only have about 15 classes to complete your BS degree, which is about a year and 9 months. So that's just some of the excellent opportunities that we have for you with Embry-Riddle, Department of Aviation, also connected to around the world, to industry leaders in the field, etc. I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Garriga to talk to you a little bit about how we would process that information for you.
Let me just be the first to say that for those of you on this call and you are interested in unmanned aerial systems and pursuing that degree at Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University upon your completion there at HCTC or other two-year institutions, this lady on this call, Miss Regina Watkins, needs to be your new best friend. And the reason I say that is because she takes all that information that she has in that head and she puts it together and makes sure that you are fully taken care of. We at Embry-Riddle care about you. And what we care about is to make sure that you start off getting the right information. So if you're starting out in this degree, in this curriculum for your associates and want to carry that over to your bachelor's degree, make sure you're communicating properly with your advisors. It will save you time and it will save you money. And here's why. Regina and her team will ensure that you are actually taking the right courses, the best that we can equate them to be transferred over to Embry-Riddle, and make sure you're doing that in a timely manner. If you get off course and take things that are not part of that, what we may call a track, that may cost you money because that means those courses may not be transferable. We really give it our best interest to make sure that you are taken care of. We really want to be a part of your success in this career field. We need you. There is a need in the area of aerial systems, as you heard Bart mention and you've heard Regina mention. She knows the inside track of what our career services department allows the opportunity for you to be employed. Give me just a second to talk about that. Embry-Riddle has a top-notch career services department that takes what you're interested in and what's available in the workforce and connects the two. And our hiring rate is at 98%. Did you hear me? We make sure that those who receive a degree from Embry-Riddle find a career with what their interest is within 98% of the time. We find other jobs for those other 2%, but it just might not be in the career field that they chose. So please be a good communicator. Make sure that you communicate properly with your advisors there at HCTC, and we will make sure they have all the pertinent information they need to get you through this process, of which is our pleasure.
Excellent point, Ron. And that's one of the reasons you mentioned staying on track and transferring smoothly. That was one of the motivations behind the development, the implementation of the University Center of the Mountains several years ago. The whole point is to provide improved access to higher education for Eastern Kentuckians. So just like Ron, Regina, and Bart were telling you, the UCM is here to assist Eastern Kentuckians who are interested in transferring or moving on with those degrees, and will get you connected to those partners. Research shows that freshman students coming in to the community college setting, they are more successful, transfer more smoothly, easily, less cost to time and money if they start connecting within that first semester with their four-year college or university. And that's what the UCM supports and assists you all in doing. So come in, we'll get you connected to these people you're looking at on the screen right now if that's something you're interested in doing. All right, so let me move to another question. Bart, are you okay? I know the allergies. Should I peg Regina first and give you a chance to? Are you good?
That'll be fine if you don't care.
Okay,
Like,
I'm going to pop back then to Regina for a moment. And I want to just ask both of you all here to just talk about what are the classes like? What kinds of classes do students take in your particular programs? What are they? Do they need to take extra math? Are they going to get to fly a drone? What kinds of things are they doing?
Well, I will actually share a screen with you to show you, and hopefully you can see this. Just let me know when you can see it. And I'll show you the screen and show you exactly what you would be taking. Okay. You all should be able to see that now.
Yes.
But everything that is in blue is in Hazard's drone program. So we have equated exactly what you can take with their drone program. When you learn how to fly the drone, etc., it will apply to this Bachelor of Science Aeronautics program. So there are all the electives there. And then everything in red is a course that Embry-Riddle requires, but it's not in the AAS program at Hazard. However, I would say work with your advisor there at Hazard to take as much as you can to transfer to Embry-Riddle, because you are minimizing your time and maximizing your funding. So take as much as you can with them. So just like any other school, there's the Englishes, there's what we call humanities, there's some economics, there's what we call social sciences, which are history, psychology, political science. We do physics and meteorology, calculus, and calculus, which they have at Hazard. We do intro to computers. There's some aeronautical science there, some statistics. So those are all the things that are the business part of it. We also do some professional development core. So that's aerodynamics, that's safety, that's production and operations. There is a capstone course at the end. So we prove you learned something while you were with us and while you were with Hazard. And then those classes and those certifications that you received as your drone license transfer over directly from Hazard into this program, as well as your electives. Now, I also have another document here that shows how we map this out for you. With Embry-Riddle, we do 9-week terms. So 2 classes in a 9-week term is considered full-time. So we can work you quickly. If you take as much as you can with Hazard, we can work you quickly through this program in 7 terms, which is basically a year and about 9 months. So those are the types of classes that you're going to take. All of these professional development core, we've worked in what's called our minor in unmanned systems. So you take specifically robotics and different things like that. There's even an airborne law enforcement class for those of you that might be interested in working for police departments, etc. You know, they also use drones for border protection. You can do that type of thing as well. And when you finish with us, and if you want to continue to a master's degree, there is a master's degree in unmanned systems. So those are exactly what you would take with Embry-Riddle. It may change a little bit because we do keep up with the times. And Mr. Garriga has his hand up, so I'm going to go ahead and let him say something real quick.
Thank you, Ms. Watkins. My only point is that, first of all, thank you for doing such a thorough job of studying what is offered there through their associate's degree and what is not, and what they need to focus in on to make that transfer. It is very important, students, that you do that. I also wanted to bring to your attention that you notice that our degree name is a Bachelor of Science in Aeronautics with a minor in Unmanned Aerial Systems. Now, here's why. Ms. Watkins and her team have studied thoroughly what the offerings are there through HCTC and what would transfer and how to get you through this degree in a timely manner with utilizing our degree in the Bachelor of Science in Aeronautics with a minor in Unmanned Aerial Systems. You are offered the same kind of jobs with the BS in Aeronautics with the focus in UAS as you were if you had a degree in Unmanned Aerial Systems. If that is confusing to you, reach out to Ms. Watkins and she will thoroughly explain it even further. So thank you, Ms. Watkins, for taking it to that level.
Thank you.
And those materials our Embry-Riddle partners were just showing to you. We can access those for you at any time, students, or anybody wants to look at those and match those up and pair them up and so on. And they've put, our 4-year partner here has put a lot of work into mapping that out smoothly so you can see what you could take at Hazard and then what you would take when you transfer into your bachelor's degree program. And those classes, if you're doing the AAS, or it may be there's a class that would be an electives, not specific to the AAS, but it works for the associate in science. There's lots of different ways to go about doing this. So talking about what the classes are like, what kinds of courses students need to take and so on and so forth. Bart, I'm going to pop over to you and I'm going to pull that other screen up while you're talking a little bit, if that's all right.
Sure. Our classes are really neat, and they compile as you go. Like I mentioned a few minutes ago, we have 4 associate degrees that you can choose from. For instance, maybe you want to use drones in as a first responder, or maybe you're interested in GIS. You can take these specific courses that lead to that within our program. But as you move toward your associate degree, there are also 6 certificates. You'll receive many of those certificates through the process of getting your associate degree. So by the time you're ready to transfer to these wonderful folks at Embry-Riddle, you'll have had multiple certificates. You'll have an associate degree in an area that you wanted to concentrate in, and you can do all this from home. Now, what I try to do with this is I try to make the classes, even though they're online, and they were designed that pre-COVID, so that it wasn't a knee-jerk reaction. This is something that was designed by this because we've had interest from people from around the United States in taking this program. For ways of, for instance, if you have your 107 license, you can use Missions You Fly to be able to use those as part of your curriculum. You can also, as far as flight plans, as far as end results with photography, videography, to show how that was done, and you're able to work in conjunction with other students. We also provide projects and events that you're able to participate in. So really, even though you're taking the same class, people will not always be doing the same thing within that class to learn, because we realize that some people, particularly in this industry, learned hands-on. I'm a very kinesthetic learner myself, but then some people learn through video, through showing people how to do things, through audio, etc. So we try to provide a multitude of ways of learning within the classes themselves for you to be able to pick up on it. The classes, I'm not one, particularly when I was in college, that felt like I was a great writer, but I was a quick learner with things when it came to hands-on application. And some of our classes that you're able to take, for instance, would have to do with drone repair or building a drone. Then we also have associated programs that allow you to do things within, such as I mentioned with first responders. You can be you can be in our law enforcement program, and you can take drone classes within, and it may be an opportunity for people who are already taking classes to kind of delve into what we're doing, and you may get a very big interest in this and want to move on into the 4-year degree with Embry-Riddle. So we're all working as people you see on this screen are a big team trying to bring a new industry to you all here in our area, so you can have an opportunity to be a pioneer in an industry that is growing. It's still in its infancy. You can do what you want to do, and you can help design this as it moves forward. We're really right now at the Wright Brothers stage of drones, so you can imagine where this is going in the future. But Rhonda, that's kind of a short summation of what we do.
That's perfect, Bart. Thank you. And what I'm going to do at this point is I'm going to kick it back to Ron and Regina. And while I wanted to pull up a couple of images from their website and pull the curriculum set information down. And while I do that, I'll let them wrap us up. So Ron?
Sure. Just when you are researching our university, you heard Ms. Watkins mention earlier that there are 3 legs to our stool as one university. We are one university that offer an academic experience at our Daytona Beach campus, our Prescott, and then we have what we call our worldwide campuses. And she mentioned how many we had throughout the country, and her campus is one of those at Fort Campbell, Kentucky. So when you go online to research your next steps from HCTC, you would make sure that you're under Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University online worldwide learning, and that's the way it's tagged there. So we make sure that you go there and then click on degrees and programs, where Ms. Rhonda is now, and then you'll see the Bachelor of Science in Aeronautics, and you'll continue to scroll down, and that's where it shows you the various things that we offer and the details of various minors and curriculums that we have. We have a couple of videos involved in that as well. And as requirements and courses, I'll turn that back over to Ms. Watkins.
So the way that we work with each student individually, and we would work with BART and UCM as well, is we like to meet with each student and talk to them about what their goals are, their previous experience, they're looking for. And then we would work with BART UCM to make sure that we are planning the best program for you. So my staff here, we're very, very hands-on. We would walk you through step-by-step, virtual or by email, however you prefer, to walk you through the application process and to make sure that you get all your documents in. We don't just turn you over to an email or a website and say, you know, go from there. We're very, very hands-on. We want to work you through every part of the admission process and talk to you along the way to make sure that we are meeting your needs. If you came to us and you said, I wanted to do something specific and Embry-Riddle doesn't have it, or if it doesn't fit this program, we're going to make sure you find what you want. We would refer you back to Deronda. We would refer you back to the person that's best for you. This is an exceptional program because it's very flexible. So is the program. It's flexible, and then you get to make choices. You get to make choices about what you want to do and your future. And we do have online learning, we have virtual learning, and we have classroom learning with the Fort Campbell campus and other campuses across the U.S., depending on where you are. So say you do finish with Hazard, you get a job, they move you to Nebraska, and you need to take classes there. You can still do that. You never miss a beat. We've done that for over 20 years. Like I said, I've been here almost 20 years. So we've done that for a long time. We're good at it. We will take good care of you and make sure that you are meeting your career goals.
Anything else I should have asked you folks to share? Anything I've forgotten?
I can't think of anything, but we're just really excited to offer this program and really excited about the partnership. It's a great opportunity for the area. So if you need any information, they're welcome to call me anytime, Deronda, email me, whatever's the best method for them. Happy to help anytime.
And we're the same way. We answer our phone. We are on Central Time as opposed to Eastern Time. You won't get voicemail. If you get a voicemail, it means we're not here. It's closed. We're here Monday through Friday. We are in the office, even though there is COVID. Like I said, if we don't answer the phone, we've either got both lines tied up and it's going to be busy, but we will get back to you. You can call, you can email, we can meet with you virtually, whatever you need to do to get your questions answered. Do not hesitate to ask. There is no such thing as a dumb question. Trust me.
We also invite your parents. If your parents have questions or concerns, please allow them to reach out to us. We will answer their questions. If you become a student of ours, we have to have your permission to speak to your parents, just like anyone else does these days. But we warmly invite you who are going back and talking to your parents about listening to this session and having more questions. My goodness, bring your parents, your guardian, those who are a mentor to you that you're talking this decision making through. We are eager to assist them in their questions as well, because the more that understand it, the better you understand it. And we want you to understand that this is a big decision. This is a life-changing decision. And I'll tell you, I've been very impressed with this partnership leadership. The folks at UCM and HCTC have been some of the easiest folks to work with on getting this started with what we're doing right now. Having the opportunity to talk to you in the early stages of your decision making is such an asset to you. Yes. It allows you the opportunity to ask all the right questions instead of waiting till it's too late. And you heard me say earlier, time is of the essence, and we want to save you as much money as we possibly can. But we also want you to get through this degree program in a timely manner. This industry is waiting on you. There are so many opportunities out there for you, as Bart mentioned, from the areas of agriculture, real estate. The list goes, emergency management. The list goes on and on. It's an exciting industry, and we would just like to be a part of educating you for your next to be a part of an amazing workforce.
Thank you all. This is one of the coolest careers, I think, that we present, all of this tied to the unmanned systems technology. And this is one of those career pathways where a year from now, let alone 2 years, 3 years from now, who knows? There's going to be all kinds of cool, cutting edge, new opportunities continually growing out of the technology and these pathways. So stay in touch with us, these folks. And I know we've given you a lot of information. I always tell students when I'm talking to them face to face, it's a lot of information at once. And if a month from now, a year from now, you want to follow up, but you've forgotten everything we've said, but just remember, check with your counselor, your advisor, and just ask her to put you in touch with Deronda Mobilini at the University Center of the Mountains. And then I will get you connected to these folks. Whomever it is that you need to talk to, we'll get you connected up and you'll be ready to go. Thank you for your attention. You all have a good week. And I thank you folks for joining me today. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Our pleasure. Thank you.